Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Students, today inshallah we will move on to the next chapter, that is presentation of data, that is chapter number 4. Okay. See, we have already learned in our previous chapter how are data collected and how is it organized. Okay, so as data are generally voluminous, they need to be put in a compact and presentable form. Okay, so this chapter deals with the presentation of data precisely so that the voluminous data collected could be made usable readily and are easily comprehended. Okay, so there are generally three forms of presentation of data. Okay, so there are three forms of presenting the data. So first is the textual, second is tabular, and next is diagrammatic representation, or you can also call it as graphic representation or graphical representation. Okay, so now we will see what is textual presentation of data. So data can be presented using paragraphs or sentence. Okay, it involves enumerating important characteristics, emphasizing significant figures, and identifying important features of data. Okay, so in textual presentation, data are described within the text. Okay, so when the quantity of data is not too large, this form of presentation is more suitable. Okay, see, for example, in textbook they have given you two cases. See, the first case is in a Bandh call which was given on 8 September 2015 protesting the hike in price of petroleum and diesel. 5 petrol pumps were found open and 17 were closed, whereas 2 schools were closed and remaining 9 schools were found open in a town of Bihar. Okay, this is the first case. Okay, second case which is given in the textbook is case Census of India 2011 reported that Indian population has risen to 102 crores, for which only 45 crores were females against 53 crore males. 74 crore people resided in rural India and only 28 crore lived in town or cities, while there were 62 crore non-working population against 40 crore workers in the entire country. Urban population has an even higher share of non-workers against worker. Okay, that is 9 crores as compared to the rural population where there were 31 crores workers out of 74 crores population. So in this both the cases, data has been presented only in the text, only in form of text. A series or a major, okay, a limitation of this method of presentation is that one has to go through the complete text of presentation for comparison. Okay, so it is also true that this matter often enables one to emphasize certain points of the presentation. Okay, next we will see what is tabular presentation. In a tabular presentation, data are presented in row, okay, which is read horizontally, and column which is read vertically. See, for example, if you see the table which is given in the textbook, okay, that page number 41, okay, and see it is given here. Okay, see here, this table tells you gives you the information about literacy rate. Okay, so it has 3 rows for male, female, and total, and 3 columns for urban, rural, and total. So this is called a 3 into 3 table. Okay, giving 9 items of information in 9 boxes. okay, which is called as cells of the table. So each cells gives information that relates an attributes of gender, okay, that is male, female, total, okay, with a number, okay, that is literacy percentage of rural people, urban people, and total, okay. So the most important advantage of tabulation is that it organizes data for further statistical treatment and also for decision making, okay. So this type of data, that is the tabular presentation of data or a tabular data, can be classified into 4 kinds, okay. So that is qualitative, quantitative, temporal, and spatial, okay, spatial, spatial, okay. So now we will see what is qualitative classification. See, when classification is done according to attributes such as social status, then physical status, nationality, etc., it is called qualitative classification. So with the same table which I have shown you, the last table which I have shown you, it is called qualitative classification, okay. This table, that is the table 4.1, which is given in the textbook page number 41, is the example for qualitative classification. Okay, so here the attributes of classifications are sex, location, which are qualitative in nature. Okay, next we will see what is quantitative classification. See, in qualitative classification, the data are classified on the basis of characteristics which are quantitative in nature. Okay, so if I have to say, these characteristics can be measured quantitatively. See, for example, age, weight, income, production, etc. are quantitative characteristics. Okay, so classes are formed by assigning limits called class limit for the values of characteristics under consideration. There is an example which is given for quantitative classification data in page number 42. Okay, see here, this table, that is table 4.2, is the example for quantitative classification. Okay, so here classification characteristics is age in years. Okay, now next we will see, so you can see age in years, okay, which is written with the help of class limits 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, and 80 to 90. Okay, next is temporal classification. Now what is temporal classification? So this type of classification or in this classification, time becomes the classifying variable and data are categorized according to time. Okay, so time may be in hours, date, weeks, month, year, etc. Okay, so what did I say? In this type of classification, data are classified according to time. Okay, so time may be in hours, time may be in hours, date, weeks, month, years, etc. Okay, so this is the example for temporal classification. So you can see years here: 1995, 1996, 1997, 1998, 2000. Okay, so in this table the classification is sales in a year and takes values in the scale of time. Okay, next is spatial classification. Now what is this spatial classification? So see, when classification is done on the basis of place, then it is called as spatial classification. So the place may be village, town, district, state, country, block, anything. Okay, see here, see, this is the table which shows you, see, it's an example for this table is an example for spatial classification. So this table shows you the export from India to rest of the world. Okay, so destination is given. So this is the example for spatial classification, because here the place is the data are classified according to the place. Okay, Can you all see here? Destination USA, export share is 12.5. Germany it is 2.4. Other EU is 10.9. UK is 3.1. Japan is 2.2. Okay, so this is the example for spatial classification. Okay, students, inshallah in our next class we will continue. Okay, I hope you all have understood this much. Okay, Jazakallah khairan.